My name is Mary Lou Copeland. I was born in Smiley, Texas in 1935.
My name is Floyd Copeland. I was born in the city of Waco, Texas in 1929. I have two brothers.
I have 4 siblings.
Ronald is the oldest, Newman is the middle,
Lillian Roberts is the oldest.
and I'm the youngest.
A brother, Sidney, and then another brother who is Ernest Roberts. Another brother, which was Gerald.
Newman is still living in Waco, Texas. He's two years and a half older than I am.
And then I was the last of the 5 children. We first were at Waco, but then we moved from Waco to a farm. And then to school, I started to school there. So I was there for several years. High school, I went through the 10th grade at Oglesby.
I attended Waco High School, which was in the heart of the city. All the students came from different parts of the city, and we had about 400 students total at that time.
My best friends. Well, there was one lady was Shirley Clark. She lived on another farm. We rode the bus into school.
This family had the last names of Holcomb was the family name, and the boy had a boy named Frank and Jimmy. I guess they were only 2 I can think of right close that I would call close friends.
I went to Baylor after I finished high school in Oglesby.
After high school, well, I went to the University of Baylor there for about a year and a half. The war started, and I went into the Navy and spent 4 years in the Navy, all of it outside the United States, except for a few months when our ship was back in the States from being where we were stationed overseas.
So that was where I started my first job out of high school. I got in with Western Union.
When I got discharged from the Navy, I went to church. One of the first Sundays that I was able, I went to church and met Lou, my wife.
We were both in school at Baylor University. The first years there for both of us. And so I met him in one of the classes that I was taking.
When I went to sign up for my first class for the semester, it so happened that Lou had to take the same course, and we met again. And so she did not have an automobile, or didn't drive.
I went to school at night, and he was at school at night too, so I met him there. Well, he was the one that did the leading of getting to know me, and I didn't. I was walking to school and home from school at night, and so he offered to take me home, and he did that then for a good while.
And it was kind of in the bad part of town there in the nighttime, and I asked her if she needed a ride home, and she said yes. And so I began taking her home every night after the class was over, and that's how we got acquainted.
He started to coming to the same church that I was going to, Columbus Avenue in Waco, and so we were together at church a lot, and as well as the school.
And then, within a year, I guess it was, after I got back, we got married, and we had 3 children.
The oldest one was Little Mark. That's what we called him, was Little Mark. And he died about 3.5 days. He died, and that was a pretty big blow to us because we were looking forward to having him and taking care of him.
I have a son named Mike who is living in Portland, Oregon now.
We had a 3rd child, which was a girl, and that was Candy.
And my daughter's Candy lives here in Macon, and when my wife and I got it where we were not able to take care of our home due to our age, well, we sold our home and moved here to Macon so that my daughter could take us to our different doctor's appointments, because we were not able to drive anymore because of our age, and so we've been here now for about 7 years.
Would like for Mike and Mark and Candy to continue and serve the Lord in their lives and jobs.
Well, if I was gone, I would want to let them know that I tried to be a good father and do the things that would help them get their education and be able to furnish them with things that they needed that they didn't have money for to carry on their living expenses. Their living, whatever it was, and my grandchildren. I've got to enjoy their grandchildren and help with their cost of their college, and I care a lot about them too. I love you very much for all these years. I've been your father. I've tried to give you what you want and what you need, that you thought you needed it that way, and still do.
I just would like to say the best and wish the best for the children and grandchildren, the grandchildren that have come with Candy's family, that they would be blessed by the Lord in what they do and what the Lord has wanted them to do. And would like for them to know that I love them. We love them. And pray God's blessings upon all of them.